Welcome to my new hair channel. I finally made a channel where I'm only going to talk about my hair. I feel like I'm at a point in my hair journey where I have something valuable to share. So welcome, I'm happy you found this video. Let's get into it. So today's video is going to be all about how I finally grew out my hair. I will share 10 valuable lessons, hopefully valuable lessons that I learned in the last 3 years, but really that I've learned in the last 10 years. And I hope that with these tips I'm sharing with you, you can go on to your own long hair journey, or you can improve your own long hair journey. And I hope you can take something away from this video. Without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, I have not yet reached my goal length. So my goal length is waist length hair. Let me get up. So I would like my hair to be here, and at the moment it's sort of past my boobs, but it's been, or it is, the longest and healthiest it has ever been with like this straight hairstyle. I've had longer natural hair that wasn't as healthy, and I've obviously had shorter natural hair that was just as healthy as my hair is now. So I've reached different stages of health with different lengths before. Nonetheless, I feel like I'm on a direct path to waist length hair. It's really just time that's sort of between me and reaching my goal length. Let's start with the first tip. The first major lesson I learned, especially in the last 3 years, but I guess in the last 10 years, is to understand what type of hair person I am. Are you a low maintenance hair person, or are you a high maintenance hair person? Now, if you are a high maintenance hair person, so someone who enjoys styling their hair, enjoys like trying a bunch of new products, enjoys using loads of different products in their routine, enjoys styling their hair, and so on and so forth, there will be many more ways for you to grow out your hair long than for someone like me who's a low maintenance hair person. I, for one, am willing to do some things for my hair, but I'm not willing to do it all. Like, I still have to live, and my hair still needs to be practical. And this knowledge about myself was really important because it helped me to set up the correct routine for the type of person I am. Number 2 major lesson is also, once you realize what sort of person, what sort of hair person you are, you need to make sure you find a hairstyle that matches the type of personality, hair personality you have. So for me, it was, I could either have short, so shoulder length natural hair, or I could have long straight hair. There was no way I was ever going to be able to grow out my natural hair healthy for different reasons that I can talk about in another video, but what I can say right now is that the longer my natural hair got, the higher maintenance it became, and because I didn't have access to a professional natural hairstylist, it just got too much for me. So my solution was to say, okay, I'm gonna go take a step back, I'm gonna say goodbye to the natural hair, although, you know, I love my natural hair. I'm gonna maybe insert a picture as well, but I have to take a step back and find a lower maintenance hairstyle. And for me, that was to get a Japanese hair straightening treatment, and I can talk about this in another video if interested to you, but it's a very low maintenance hairstyle, and that's really what allows me to grow my hair out. Third really important lesson is to figure out what sort of porosity my hair has. There's high porosity hair and there's low porosity hair, and I guess there could also be medium porosity hair, although honestly I've never met anyone or heard anyone talk about medium porosity hair, but I imagine it exists. For me, it was extremely important for the success of my long hair journey to figure out that I am a high porosity hair type. High porosity hair is, in my opinion, harder to take care of than low porosity hair. There's a world of things that happen to your hair, and a world of stages your hair goes through when it's wet, when it's dry, that you need to be aware of in order to have that successful long hair journey. And before realizing what type of porosity my hair had, like, no wonder I kept messing up. No wonder my hair, kept breaking up around the shoulder area, and it was uneven and so on and so forth. So figuring out what porosity your hair, what level of porosity your hair has, is absolutely vital for growing your hair out. Fourth, and this is directly related to what I already said, is figuring out or finding hair products to match your hair type. So my hair channel, and if you care, you can subscribe, is going to be all about high porosity hair. That's the hair I believe I am now an expert in. I can talk about it. I have valuable things to share. But that also means that the products I'm going to be talking about on this channel will be exclusively for high porosity hair. And You may think, okay, high porosity hair, no one cares, just go to the drugstore, go to the beauty supply store, buy something that fits. It's so hard to find good hair products for high porosity hair. Many of the hair products that are sold, the majority I would say, are meant for low porosity hair, and whenever they are sold as sort of a high porosity hair product, oftentimes they're super heavy, which is honestly the opposite of what you should look for in a product meant or good for high porosity hair. So finding the products that work for my high porosity hair was a massive step sort of on this journey towards long hair, on this journey towards growing it all the way out to sort of getting that thickness, that length, all of that. I could not have done it without the right product. So finding the products to match your hair type, vital, super important. Number 5, something that is definitely talked about when it comes to long hair a lot, but I'm just going to repeat it because I have found it to be true for me as well, is getting regular professional haircuts. Some people call them trims. It is so important to get rid of like damaged split ends, single strand knots. It's so important to get rid of this stuff because it will just move up your shaft. Like, I had so many setbacks on my hair journey because I just held on to length that wasn't length at all, okay? It was just damaged hair. And the moment I realized for myself that I was going to reach my goal faster and more healthily, once I was willing to let go of the ends and sometimes also let go of ends where I don't even see the immediate damage, but I still go to my hairdresser on a regular basis. I have my hair cut and I'm left with very healthy ends and very healthy hair in general. So getting regular haircuts, regardless of the fact that you may want to grow your hair out, is super vitally, I don't think that's a word, whatever, important. Another massive lesson I had to learn is that heat wasn't going to work for my hair. There's people, again, I would say people with a low porosity hair that I believe can get away with heat styling their hair more. I feel like many heat protectants work better for them. Like, they can get away with that stuff, but that's not me. My high porosity hair does not react well to heat in a sense that it sort of damages faster and more sustainably. Like, the damage I get from just like running a flat iron through my hair, in my opinion, is harder to repair or almost impossible to repair in comparison to someone with maybe a low porosity hair where they can just do everything with their hair and, you know, there's never going to be any damage. So a massive lesson I had to learn is to step away from the heat styling tools, from the flat irons, from the curling irons, but even from the blow dryers. I have this Revlon 2-step volumizing hair blow dryer that I love, but I can really only use it on like special occasions when I know that I want my hair to be like super smooth and super straight, because using it on a regular basis, even on 80-90% dry hair, is just still super damaging, heat protectant or not. So me committing to my long hair journey was also me accepting that heat tools weren't gonna work for me. Lesson number 7, in my opinion, a very important tip that isn't talked about enough, is the fact that I need to wear my hair down all the time in order to avoid damage. So I used to wear my hair, my natural hair mostly, in a bun all the time because, you know, it got really big and sometimes I didn't feel like, you know, having all that big hair. I also feel like I was especially getting at work attention that I did not like. I feel like my hair was constantly like a topic of conversation, which is ridiculous. Like, have people not seen natural hair at this point? Like, you know, get a grip. But you know how things are in this world. Sometimes it just happens. So I wore my hair, especially to work, I wore it in a bun or a like puffy ponytail all the time because it was easy, it was fast, but it was also massively damaging to a point where I didn't realize what I was doing to my hair. So when I first got my natural hair permanently straightened with this Japanese hair straightening treatment, my hairdresser had to cut my hair from here under my boob all the way up to here because all of that was massively damaged. And it wasn't even split ends or anything. Like, that would be okay to use like your flat iron too much, which I didn't by that point. But no, she looked at it and she was like, you know what, are you wearing your hair in a bun a lot? Because like that just looks like it's been scraped. Your hair looks like it's been scraped and mingled together. And I told her, yeah, that's exactly what I've been doing for like the last 3 years or so. Like, ever since my hair grew out past a certain point, it just got more unmanageable, I would say, but it also just got really big and I didn't want to wear my hair out in like a big hairstyle all the time. Also, what worked for many naturals, you know, they did like these beautiful twist outs and braid outs that would sort of, you know, take care of the shrinkage a little bit and make it less big. It never worked out for me. No product worked out for me. I have high porosity hair, and any of these braid outs or twist outs, they would just make my hair look super frizzy. So the only way I could like wear my curls out natural was to literally do a wash and go, like slather conditioner in my hair and just, you know, run out the door to let it air dry. And so I just had to accept for my long hair journey that if I was going to want to grow my hair out, only if I was willing to like leave my hair alone, let it hang, let it like slide, do all of these things. I'm sorry regarding the mic if I just caught it. It's like still a little bit new. Maybe I have to hold it. Okay, moving on. Then almost directly related to what I already talked about when it comes to wearing my hair down all the time was the situation of having to accept that I would not be able to manipulate my hair all the time. It's weird to say. On the one hand, I have very strong hair. On the other hand, I have very weak hair. So my hair is not the type, I think because of its porosity, that can be styled nonstop with heat or without. Like my hair does not want to be touched. Like that was also the reason why I had to find like a low maintenance hairstyle, because I have a hair type that does not want to be touched. And so accepting that my hair was going to be like a low styling type of hair, and hair that I couldn't experiment or wouldn't be able to experiment with as much as maybe other people can, that was like an acknowledgement for me. That was important for me to understand to like be successful in this long hair journey. And maybe that's something that you also need to reflect on potentially. Number 9, super important lesson, and that's essentially pick your battles. I already said that my hair is of the type that just wants to be left alone, and that means that I also can't do too much to it from a professional perspective. So I now have a chemical straightener in my hair, or it was chemically straightened, so that would be like one battle. And I knew that once I picked that battle, I would not be able to put like bleach or color in my hair. Like I can't do the straightening treatment and put bleach or color in my hair and still have it long and healthy and beautiful. It's not gonna work. Okay, so that was like the first battle. But then also heat tools. It's all related. So as much as I would like to maybe curl my hair more often or bump my ends more often, do all these things, because I already have like a chemical treatment that sort of happened to my hair, I can't just, you know, on top of that go into my hair with like heat tools all the time, because my hair is already weakened just because of the treatment. I would not say that my hair is in a bad condition generally. I mean, you can see it's in a great condition, but it has been treated, and I have to accept that that is that one treatment my hair can take and still be long and healthy, and I can't add more challenges for my hair on top of it. Number 10, and the final lesson I learned, is to stay away from hair trends. Okay, people will be cutting their hair, they will be coloring their hair, they will be doing like, I don't know, perms and then getting relaxers and then going back natural. Like all of these things are lovely to watch people do on social media, but I had to accept for myself that I am not them. I do not have the patience to go from really short hair to really long hair all the time, back and forth. I do not have the patience, for example, for bleached hair, which is super high maintenance. I can't just go blonde because it's a trend. I have to accept that I'm a dark hair girly, and like color, especially when it involves bleach, is just not for me if I want my hair to be long and beautiful. And that's just a general thing I can like recommend to you. If you are someone who likes to experiment with their hair, get a wig, get a wig, get a weave, you know, do what you have to do, play around with that sort of fake hair, but like leave your own hair be, because, and I've already joked about this on TikTok as well, where, you know, once you cut your long hair, you're gonna be stuck with like short hair, or in my opinion, worse, medium length hair for the longest. Okay, I feel like my hair is still somewhat medium length. It's like only just now starting to look long. And I had to cut my hair to all the way here. I didn't want to cut it to all the way here. I had to, because it was so damaged and broken. And following hair trends, no matter how beautiful they look on Instagram or even TikTok, I suggest you take a step back and just get a wig if you really want to, or focus on the fact that you have a hair goal. Potentially long hair is your goal, like it is for me. and then focus on that goal and go in that direction. That was it for my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I will continue to upload videos on high porosity hair on this channel. This will be like the high porosity hair channel. I will share products, I will share routines, I will share tools, I will share whatever I know about growing out high porosity hair and what are, you know, the pitfalls and the traps that you could walk into. So if you're interested in that, I would love it if you would subscribe and support. Also, maybe drop a comment, let me know what you think about this video, what I can improve. You know, if you have tips yourself, share them. I want to engage, okay? I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel. So yeah, see you in my next video. Goodbye.